Hockey ACT would like to thank the following companies for their continued support throughout the 2020 season: Duncan's Plumbing, Capital Chemist, Canberra Labour Club, Sports Link Travel, and O'Neill's.
Energy Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy Space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development. Today's game proudly sponsored by Synergy Group, a professional services firm delivering dynamic solutions to government. Canberra born and bred, they exist to uncover what could be so that it can be. They imagine life-changing ideas and help our government make them a reality, and are creators and advisors behind some of Australia's most important projects. For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway, Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au.
Being a sports physio, I see lots of injuries. As you can imagine, I've seen plenty of ankle injuries, and I have used many different types of ankle braces, but to be honest, I've never seen one as superior as the XOL. It allows your ankle to move like it was designed to, but it kicks in the moment it goes to go too far, and in that way it protects the ankle joint. So whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone who enjoys getting out and about, the XOL will give you confidence as well as a sense of freedom to keep you doing what you do each and every day and to enjoy life. XOL.
Hockey ACT would like to thank the following companies for their continued support throughout the 2020 season: Duncan's Plumbing, Capital Chemist, Canberra Labour Club, Sports Link Travel, and O'Neill's.
Good evening and welcome to the Capital League 1 Women's Final between Tuggeranong Vikings and ANU. Hockey ACT would like to thank Transformed, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor of the live streams, as well as wonqy for being out here today. Lining up for Tuggeranong today, we have number 2, Sarah White, 3, Jamea Ferguson, 4, Kira Palmentia, 5, Ash Deacon, 6, Imogen Dorset, 7, Helen Legg, 8, Rebecca Lee, 9, Sophie Gagan, 10, Kayla Scott, 11, Laura Gray, 14, Pip Lendrum, 18, Jess Cox, 24, Ellen Vey, coached by Paul Serrader and managed by Danny Palmentia. Tuggeranong are sponsored by Scott D. McNiven and Associates, King Air Conditioning, Vikings Group and Athlete.
And lining up for ANU today, we have number 1, Emma Lomas, number 2, Emily Robson, 3, Jess Smith, 5, Jenna Cartwright, 7, Alex Clark, 8, Isabel Cowell, 9, Shelley Watson, 10, Kelby Poynton in her 100th game, 11, Rach Barnsley, 12, Danny Cribb, 15, Ash Donnelly, 22, Emma Baxter, 23, Sarah Osborne, 28, Annie Burgess, 30, Tamika Potter, with Peter Sutherland in goals, coached by Wayne Gaynor and managed by Michelle Bostock. And ANU are sponsored by ANU Sport, Physio Sport O'Connor and Bunyip Toys, as we're now underway, Lil.
Very exciting. Thanks for joining me this evening, Jamie. I mean, other than being on the field ourselves, I couldn't think of anywhere I'd rather be. So pretty quick start, some attacking opportunities for both sides. We've got Sophie Gagan with the ball in the middle, just turned it over to Shelley Watson. So both teams some really strong players and both very competitive throughout the entire season. ANU going for the big three-peat this year. So we'll see if Tuggeranong can maybe put a spanner in that works.
Absolutely, and we're seeing both teams coming off the back of really tight semi-finals, really competitive semi-finals, so they're both going to be very hungry for the win here today because they've both really fought hard to get here and, finish number 1 and number 2 on the table. So we're really seeing, I think, the top 2 teams battle it out today.
Yeah, and like I said, other than us being on the field, couldn't think of anyone better to watch this afternoon. So ANU, they're playing reasonably conservatively. They've got a kind of a back 3, back 4, so they shift pretty fluidly between a back 3 and a back 4. At the moment, they're shaped in a back 4, so there's a lot of space out the right-hand side if they can look to get it over there. As we say, Em Robson shifts it through to Izzy Cowell, back to Tamika at the back, but they're forced to go back down that left-hand side, but hopefully Shelley can receive in a little bit more space. Looks to enter the circle. Good touch by the Tuggeranong keeper there.
We're seeing a bit of patience from both teams today. No one seems to be going hellfire. They're just trying to bang it straight in because it is a bit wet out there. It is going to slow up a little bit. So it's just going to be about who can play that patient game, find the right ball and send it at pace to their players straight away.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx them, but this is probably the nicest it's been all day other than 8 o'clock this morning. So these teams are very, very lucky to have a nice playing surface and not kind of be touch wood again, don't want to jinx it, but the fear of lightning and thunder all game. So Jenna Cartwright, an attacking opportunity. She's a very exciting player for ANU, a good goal scorer, very good finisher. Type of person you don't want to have the ball in the circle at all.
No, when we were playing them last weekend, certainly didn't want her with the ball in the circle. She's very threatening in front of the goals. And so now we're going to see a bit of a challenge from
Jess Smith and Soph Gagan. Yep. So Soph Gagan comes away with the win. So Sophie's had an incredible season this year. She came off the back of a really good Canberra chill season last year and has taken that into club season this year. Really strong
defence there from Jess Smith, and she's going to lay it out there nicely. Looking for that midfield transfer and bringing it out so controlled through Shelley, who's now opening up her options. It's really strong when she opens up her body position and has found that midfield option out there, but under pressure from the Tuggeranong's defenders straight away, and they're going to come away with that free hit.
Yeah, so Ash very good on those kind of tackles from behind. She's a very traditional striker. She likes to stay high, and then when she does come back to put pressure, it's often those little touches from behind to spoil those opposition defence, and she did a good job of dispossessing Izzy Cowell in the middle there. ANU with a sideline hit. Tuggeranong setting a pretty aggressive press.
Yeah, and I think what we've seen an example in the last couple of minutes from both teams is that ball being thrown a little bit in front of the players. So that could be nerves, but also the fact that, it is holding up a little bit and players are going to be a bit stuck. As we see Jess Smith going to have a crack straight away, but it goes flying across the circle and we'll have a 16.
Kelby was in a good position in the circle there. She's always looking for those little tap-in goals. Definitely her speciality, that kind of in-close circle work. And like you said at the start, her 100th game for ANU, pretty exciting. What a game to play it in, hey? I wonder if she took any games out midway through the season just so that this would be her 100th game.
The potential for
Set the stage. And here Kelby is in the circle. Jamae does a good job just to knock it onto Kelby's foot there. The stage is certainly set for Kelby. That could be a very exciting 100th game if ANU do come away with the win today.
Vikings just looking to try and find a way out, but they're very deep in their pocket at the moment, and ANU certainly wanting to capitalise on this field position. As we see Shelley again opening up, looking for an option, very patient. As we see Emma Baxter run through, earning free hit back to Shelley.
So Baxter's first year with the club with ANU, and it's been really great to see her making a big impact in that kind of defensive midfielder role. Just one of our little juniors. And Ash just touching it out of Tamika's reach. And that's an excellent lead by Pip Lendrum. Another one of our upcoming juniors. Wasn't quite able to get on that ball. And good vision from Beck Lee to be able to find Pip out wide there.
It will be about those players getting on the front foot today and digging out of the heavier turf. When you're out there trying to run, when it has been raining, it can feel like quite a slog to get out of that. So it's going to be about those girls that step up and actually get moving that half a second earlier than they normally would to get themselves into a really good position. As we see the ball heading back down towards the Vikings' defensive end, and we're going to see ANU set up a tight press here.
And something I think we definitely found last time we played ANU, they're really good at holding field position. They like playing in their attacking third, and that's where they're comfortable playing, and they do a really good job of not allowing teams to ever enter their defensive third. And so far I think we've seen that when Tuggeranong do enter that kind of defensive space for ANU do a good job of getting it back up the other end.
I think first or second time into the ANU defensive circle now, as we see an opportunity to get a result and potentially the first short corner of the game.
Well done, Beck Lee. Very smart play on that baseline. So Beck was one of our Canberra Chill members last year, so she plays an outside half in her representative game, and very, very strong on that baseline. She likes to overlap and is good at entering the circle out wide and using that baseline, and definitely showed those skills there and was able to just pop it onto Tamika's foot. Their first PC.
Yes, first PC of the grand final for the CL1 women's game between ANU and Tuggeranong Vikings. See a double battery set up at the top. What's your bet as to where it's going to go, Lil?
So they've been doing a little tic-tac at the top, which they've scored from previously. This is the one I was talking about. Helen Lake for that final shot. Laura looking for the deflection. Peter doing a good job. I think Laura probably wanted a PC there. It was stuck under Peter's pad, but no luck. Jess Cox coming in with a dive, but not quite able to connect with that ball. Well done to Tuggeranong. I think that corner's a tricky one to read, because if you let Beck take that straight shot and kind of bank on it going to the left to Helen, she's going to have too much opportunity and space for a shot, but it's a bit tricky one to run. Peter did a really good job in goals for ANU.
You see ANU now trying to work out of their defensive half, but Tuggeranong with a bit of possession. We'll see again with Jess Cox. And it was that kind of desperation you see in that circle as well, getting on her stomach when there's no one else out there around the ball trying to get that possession for her team, and that might be the difference between who really wants it in this game today.
Yeah, and definitely one of Jess Cox's kind of traits, that she gives absolutely everything, and we'll see that all day in both the attacking and the defensive circle from her. Doesn't like to leave anything on the field.
See,
other
Annie
than maybe
Burgess,
a bit of skin.
coming, a bit of skin left on the field.
Bit of skin.
Annie Burgess coming on the field up front now. So we've had a couple of subs for both teams. See, straight under pressure at the back. Very tight from the Vikings, but ANU now transferring to the left side of the field through Alex Clark, and she's going to send it down the line to Burgess.
Oh, so M. Robson first. That's okay.
M. Robson.
Don't ever do it again. No. Good receive from Baxter and good pass. Looking for Smitty to come in the circle. That's a very good attacking build-up from ANU. Unfortunately, Smitty wasn't able to get the shot away. That's some good defensive work from Soph Gates. And that's that kind of typical halfback move, what I was saying from Beckley. Really good at using the width of the field, and that ball out wide was, I think, well placed, but Tuggeranong probably hadn't shifted into attack quite quickly enough to be able to get anyone on the end of that pass. So Laura setting it up in front of Tamika. Probably wanted a free hit there again for Laura, but Em was in a good position and able to see that had no danger.
See Alex Clark earning that free hit and going to take it. Looking at going round the back.
Good pressure from Laura on Tamika here, but Tamika's able to find Emma, and a very nice receive from Emma Baxter in the midfield there.
The Vikings press are really forcing ANU to have to make some smart, controlled decisions at the back there, and to their credit, they're being very patient with that, as we now see it pay off up the front end of the field, which is where they really love to play, inside the circle.
Good tackle from Imogen Dorset, another one of our up-and-coming juniors. Did well as Jenna was kind of running in 100 miles an hour to get that touch and looking to lift it for a PC, but Imogen was well set and in a strong position there.
On the 23, seeing lots of movement up front from the ANU players, trying to draw out those defenders and create a gap, and it gets injected into the circle. Comes back out, going wide.
Good pressure from Beck on Sarah, able to kind of force her to misfire that ball, and Ash is looking to pop it into space out to Kira. Kira's another one of our representative junior players. There's quite a few scattered throughout these two teams. It's really good to see so many of them stepping up into first grade.
You know, while 2020 has been a year of a lot of drama and a lot of things being shut down, the fact that there has been things shut down has meant that all those juniors have played quite consistently in the top division as well, which allows them to learn from those experienced players without going out to those junior tournaments, which, while they're fantastic tournaments, perhaps it's given them even that more of an opportunity to learn from those players and gain a bit more insight and experience playing in this top division.
Yeah, and some consistency throughout the season has been really good. So they've been in a position where they can become, full-time regular members of the group because they're not in and out throughout the season, which has been really exciting. That's a brilliant ball from Imogen through to Beck Lee. Unfortunately, just hit the back of Beck's stick there. So we've got Danny Cribb over the ball for ANU. Finds M. Robson. M. Robson works to beat Jess Cox, but Helen Legg picks up those scraps there.
So some really core players in amongst both teams that are going to control this game. Lil, from the Vikings, who's going to be your couple of picks?
Yeah, so I think Sophie Gagan, like I mentioned before, has had a fantastic season. She's really, really strong, creates so many opportunities. But also Laura Gray, really, really fantastic goal scorer. If she's anywhere free in the circle, she'll get that ball on goal. And I think Helen Legg's had an exciting season, so she's playing in the midfield. Able to receive in space and kind of beat lines and break through. I think she's had a really great season for Tuggeranong. They've also got a huge amount of just really hard workers. Beck Lee, Sarah White, Imogen, Kira, Coxie. They just work hard, which I think is probably why they're doing so well. It's a little bit of flair and talent through some players, but a lot of hard workers.
So brilliant release and
Kira gets that shot on goal. Excellent save by Pete. And Peter probably is one of the key members for ANU, I think, at the back. Been one of the top goalkeepers in Canberra for many, many years now, and I think she's very, very smart, very agile. And ANU are mighty lucky to have her in the net for them.
Very tough to get past Shelley there as she's guiding that one-handed down the left side of the field. Very clever play, just put it on the foot of Kira just to earn herself that little bit of a reprieve, and they're going to play straight away ANU.
Into Izzy. Jemay does a good job stepping up there. Oh, go. Into Ash. Exciting opportunity here for Tuggeranong, and Peter denies that.
She's all over it in that circle, Peter. She hasn't shown any sign of weakness in this opening quarter in this big grand final of CL1 women's between ANU and Tuggeranong Vikings.
Yep. Very seasoned pro of the grand finals is Peter.
And you know what? Vikings, when they've had an opportunity, they've been injecting and finding their loose players up front, so they've really been putting the ANU defence under pressure, whereas when ANU tend to be up front, they work together as a big unit. So seeing two very different attacking styles of play at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that probably goes to say a little bit of Tuggeranong have quite strong attackers who are quite good in that one-out attack, whereas ANU have a lot of strength through their midfield. With some nice finishes up front as well. So Lucy Jalland has just come on for ANU, so she's scored a phenomenal amount of goals this year, both through CL1 and CL2. A little bit like Kelby, is really good kind of in close, in and around the keeper. Those deflections and tap-ins are kind of her bread and butter.
Comes out to Ash Donnelly now, so nice transfer from one side to the other. We are in the last 30 seconds of the first quarter, so can ANU find a result in their attacking circle? But we see a turnover for the Vikings, so potentially looking at that clock and seeing 15 seconds. Will they try and go that long ball to find someone in the circle and just have a tap in?
See just off screen now, but Ash Deacon's in the circle almost next to ANU's keeper, Peter. And Laura Gray picks up the scraps there, but time has run out for any additional opportunities. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So we'd like to thank Transformed again, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor, and as well wonqy for being out here today. We will be back shortly for the second quarter of some exciting hockey.
Energy space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development. Today's game proudly sponsored by Synergy Group, a professional services firm delivering dynamic solutions to government. Canberra born and bred, they exist to uncover what could be so that it can be. They imagine life-changing ideas and help our government make them a reality, and are creators and advisors behind some of Australia's most important projects. Got a niggling injury that just won't go away? Why not see the team at Powerhouse Physio, located here at the National Hockey Centre? They will get you back better, stronger, faster.
Welcome back to the CL1 women's final between Tuggeranong Vikings and ANU. Currently level at 0-0. Very tight first quarter, Lil.
Yeah, some really good opportunities for both groups. I think, like you mentioned towards the end of the quarter, two very different styles, so it'll be exciting to see how they kind of combat each other into these last three quarters. So we saw, probably not on the screen for you guys, Tuggeranong were out ready probably about 45 seconds before the end of that period, just to show how keen and eager they are to get back and just do this. So M. Robson picking up that ball. Very, very talented player, M. Robson.
Outlet straight down to Kelby in her 100th game for ANU, so very exciting game for her. Back to Shelley. Options now as we see Jess Smith going to line up, have a crack. Nice save there from the keeper.
Good shot by Jess Smith, and a really, really good shift of that point of attack, able to enter in the opposite side where there was no Tuggeranong players.
Very exciting start to the second quarter, both teams straight into each other's circle. But I think I can almost see a renewed sense of energy from ANU at the start of this quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely look a little bit more controlling. They don't look like they're going to give that ball up easily at all at the moment.
And, you know, whoever has the ball, has possession, has control of the game. They dictate what's going to happen, and it's up to the other team to try and draw that error or capitalise on a mistake. As we see Shelley get that into the
into
circle.
Kelby, good tackle by Sarah White, but Smitty has another shot. I think Smitty's had all of the shots for ANU tonight.
She has found that white line, crossed it and just let rip each and every time, I think. So very dangerous player. Very frustrating to try and mark.
Yes,
Speaking from
absolutely.
experience.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking from experience.
And you know she's going to be that player that as soon as she gets into that circle, it's on.
Yep.
So seeing Vikings now earn that possession, coming down their right side of the field. Very tight from ANU. When you look up, all you're seeing is blue and white at the moment. So really going to have to work hard here from Vikings to get in front of those players or draw them out.
And just as you said, that Pip Lendrum did a really good job just hopping in front of Shelley and popping it onto Shelley's foot. So I think Pip's another one who's had a really fantastic year this year. She's stepped up into one of the central midfield roles for Tuggeranong. It's been absolutely fantastic to see.
Great vision from Shelley there, getting it to
M. Robson. That was just inside the circle. Well played, M.
And this is going to be the first penalty corner for ANU. So
yes.
Vikings with the first one of the game down the other end, and ANU's chance now. So you can actually, well, we can hear the crowd getting quite energised.
Yep, some excited ANU players in the stands.
What do you see happening here? We're seeing Izzy up the top.
Yeah, so Tamika's got a really good shot as well, so she might even come through and... Well, Tamika's just moving around to the right, so it looks like we might even do a slip or Izzy for that straight shot. And I think ANU's smart to kind of move the ball around. Tuggeranong do have some quite quick runners, but I just love get the ball at the goal. And I think with a shot like Izzy's, you probably could back yourself to just take a straight shot.
And Vikings were looking to outlet just down the other end of the field, give themselves a chance to set, but straight away ANU back on the attack through Jess Smith. She's just so quick into that circle. Jenna Cartwright, can she get a result?
But we're playing that first one out wide. And Jess Smith making sure she's travelled 5 before looking to enter the circle. off the foot of Helen Legg. Helen just taking a little bit of time to get up. I imagine that would have hurt quite a bit. Smitty put a lot of power into that one.
Still has a little bit of a smile on her face, a bit of a grimace, but she's
You've always got to smile if you're in grand final hockey.
Permanent
feel like it's
smile
compulsory.
territory. Nice little lead there from Jenna to receive it and inject into the circle. Another outlet, but really well picked up by ANU. They're constantly there, ready to cut off and not let the ball go too far down the other end of the field.
And Pip Lendrum with the turnover there. Em Robson putting some reverse pressure on her. Not quite able to make the turnover cleanly.
It's going to be about seeing if Vikings can find a little bit of a chink in that ANU armour, because they are all very set. That midfield is so strong in there.
Yeah, and just a demonstration there. A good touch by Emma Baxter onto Beth Lee's foot.
Oh, nice little overhead to the right side.
Smitty again. Oh, all the space. So I think that's something that's going to be important while Helen Legg's doing a really good job of kind of compacting and putting pressure in the middle of the field. She just got to make sure that we are paying attention to how much space we give Smitty out wide, because I think she's very, very dangerous when she gets any freedom.
It's almost like she's some really good hockey player.
I know, crazy, right?
I don't know. What? I mean, this is news to me, but... You know. But it is a very tight tussle between these two teams. There hasn't been one clear team that's sort of gone on top of the other ones. I do think ANU have stepped it up in terms of their energy and their effort across the board coming out of the gate at the start of the second quarter. We're seeing a nice little touch and outlet there from Vikings onto the foot. They're going to earn themselves that hit, and here we go, an opportunity for them to capitalise on this and really get a result.
Oh, Soph Gagan looking straight away for Ash Deacon. Really smart play there by Soph, not giving ANU any time to set up, because I think once they're able to set that defensive unit up, they're going to be very hard to penetrate through that top of the circle. So very smart play there.
That was a clear message about how well those two play together.
Yep.
Soph knew exactly where Ash was going to be.
Yep, that's many, many years of playing together.
We're seeing this immediate counter-attack from ANU. So a little outlet to Sarah Osborne under immediate pressure from Vikings. Just seeing a little cough-up of the ball over the line. They may want to just take a moment, assess their situation.
So I don't think we can see on camera, but it has started to rain a little bit here at the hockey centre. So hopefully it's just a little sprinkle at the moment, so it shouldn't affect too much of the play. And good work by Jess Cox, really trying to find, and she does find Jess Smith's foot.
Jess getting the penalty from Jess there.
Oh, yes. Confusing for anyone at home. We will continue to use their nicknames, Coxie and Smitty. Then there's no confusion. And Helen Legg using those 3D skills. She's very, very good at those 3D skills. And unfortunately, Smitty, I think she was inside the 5 there, so having a little sit on the sideline.
Just count that as a, rest break, really.
I'm sure she will be.
Seeing an outlet through Sarah White, who touches it back in to Laura Gray and back out to Sarah. Looks up, finds her short option. Excellent option there. Puts it on the foot. I'm still seeing a nice little combination with those Vikings players down that right side. That's going to go over the back line and be an ANU 16. I wouldn't want to be out there playing in that rain today with the nerves, Lil.
I definitely would.
I mean, I'd love to be playing the grand final, don't get me wrong.
I would also prefer cold over heat. However, I hate my feet getting wet. So,
and we've got 2 taking on 4 down the far end, but it's anyone's ball at this stage. Vikings, just a bit of a tussle now in possession of the ball.
Robson doing a good job to put pressure there for ANU, but Tuggeranong still come away with it, and they look to reset, shifting that ball around the back.
We see that immediate half pushing up to really stretch the defence of ANU and give themselves some good options.
Shelley's able to touch that over the sideline though.
it's really a massive part of the game these days, having that shift from that 3 to that 4 to open up that big transfer so that the attackers can't just cut off those easy balls, as we see Shelley again.
Good ball through to Jenna. And Jenna will be looking to kind of find one of her players. Drops it out to Shelley to give Shelley an opportunity to reset that play and earns a free hit.
Score still 0-0 in the CL1 women's final, Lil. So tight. It's an excellent game.
Yeah, I think we've been lucky. We've had quite a few close games this afternoon because that CL1 men's game went to shootouts, for those of you who are watching beforehand. Jamie and I were not almost late, but had to tear ourselves away from the screen to come and commentate. Good pressure by Laura there for Tuggeranong. Laura, very, very talented striker.
Yeah, both these teams very familiar with high-pressure, close games. ANU came off shootouts in their semi-final against Goulburn.
And Kelby's in the circle looking for an opportunity, pushes it across to Jenna just a little bit far, and Helen Legg does a good job of clearing that ball wide. Yeah, both semi-finals were very close. They were good games to watch.
Am I correct in saying Vikings came back from 2 goals down to win 3-2? I think that's a big turnaround. It shows the fight.
Apologies for Jamie to remind all of the St. Pat's players listening about that.
Sorry, St. Pat's. Big shout out to Sarah Gasmier in St. Pat's, actually. We used to play together in Brisbane. It was nice seeing a friendly face when I moved in.
There you go, small world.
Canberra is small.
So Tuggeranong, again, a pretty aggressive press, but ANU able to find Emma Baxter in the middle there, who shifts it around. Good movement from the ANU midfielders, Em Robson and Emma Baxter at the moment, but unfortunately Baxter just misses that one.
Little touch off inside the circle now for Vikings.
Soph, yeah, I was going to say, Soph's looking for a PC there, aware that she's outnumbered.
Smart play though, popping it to a point where it was going to be 2 ANU players going for it, and she was unable to get to that ball. So very smart play from Soph Gagan as we see Vikings line up for their second short corner. The first one was that little tic-tac you were talking about. I wonder what they'll go for this time.
Potentially maybe a Helen Legg has a nice slider. So H is pretty strong on the top. Laura, who's pushing out, very, very good on those little rebounds and deflections. So maybe even something straight down the left to Laura. Oh, it's through to Beckley. Unfortunately, I think that came off a body just before Laura was able to put that one in, but not through to H, but it was straight down that left side to Laura. So I'm not sure what we'll see. Maybe the same thing again, or maybe they'll look to use Soph a little bit on that one left.
And that's the beauty of the Vikings. They do have options up top. You never know exactly what you're going to get, which is very powerful when you're attacking in a short corner. Yeah,
absolutely. Out to Beck again, and a beauty. I'm not sure, did Ash get a touch of that, or that was straight in from Beck?
Straight in to me. Didn't look
straight
like
in. Yeah, I was going to say, everyone's getting around Beck. Well done, Beckley.
Vikings go up 1-0 in the grand final.
Break that deadlock.
Now it'll be interesting to see how ANU respond, if they're going to come out absolutely firing, and Vikings need to step up and not get too excited that they have put the first goal in. You hear some renewed excitement in the crowd now.
Yeah. ANU spectators getting fired up, but you can hear some of the Tuggeranong supporters as well.
I think just anyone out here that's loving hockey today is amongst it.
I know, we've been very lucky that we're able to have a limited amount of spectators come and watch, but those friends and family who do get to come and watch are very excited to be able to be a part of this grand final day.
And yeah, it's a good opportunity for us also to acknowledge the parents, the coaches, the players, the spectators, the managers, officials, everyone that's been able to contribute to making this happen, as we see contest just outside the circle. Nice little outlet and going down deep into the pocket for Jenna Cartwright. Look up and seeing all maroon and white in front of her and trying to find some 3D skills to make her way through. Jess Smith knocking it into the circle, back for Cartwright.
And Shelley with that shot on goal. I think, again, Jess Smith has been really, really important in ANU's attack today. She's either, in the circle finishing, or she's creating those opportunities from out in that right pocket. I think she's a very dangerous player to watch, especially today. She's on fire.
There's a player you want to shut down, it's her at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Good work by Kira, passing out to Ellen. Another one of our up-and-coming players, Ellen Bay. She's a very, very good finisher in the circle, but hasn't had much opportunity today to finish in the circle. I think ANU have been really good at denying Tuggeranong those kind of field goal opportunities, so Tuggeranong have had to rely on that PC.
Well, just seeing a little bit of a wild ball there from Alex Clark, but she'll recover and head back to set up the defence. I think she was hoping one of her defenders would be dropping back or coming around to pick that one up, but that's all right. It is wet out there, there is rain, and this is where we start seeing the control factor having to come into the game just a bit more.
So there's Helen takes on Smitty and Emma Lomas, and Emma Lomas able to win the ball, just knock it outside of reach of Sophie Gagan. And I think Em Robson, she's having a great day today as well. It's good to see her having a little bit more time in the midfield for ANU. I think she's a very strong midfielder, and it's really good to be able to see her running in there today as well as up front.
So Jamea just assessing her options there. She saw that ball out wide was going to be cut off, so turned around, went back down the same side. And Coxie just outletting down into that pocket, but opportunity now for Vikings to try and condense where ANU's options are.
Yeah, and Laura setting up just 5 from that free hit. Mentioned Laura is a very talented striker, so she's been a member of the national development squad. She's a very, very strong attacker in the circle, so I'm sure any free ball in the circle she'll be very excited to get it at the goal.
I'm just going to watch that one go from one end to the other and see now how Vikings try and bring it out of this pocket. So we've definitely seen a bit of a focus from ANU really trying to condense Vikings down in this deep pocket as it comes back to the top of the circle. It's where they've had a lot of turnovers when the Vikings have actually had free hits. They've been able to put that pressure on them and get it back out through Shelley and across to Jess Smith on the other side. As we see, she gets the ball now.
That's a good touch by Laura, and well aware of what the time is on the clock, Laura. Sending it down the other end. I think Christy did call that for danger, but with no ball kids, it's going to take ANU a little... Oh, no danger. Sideline free hit for ANU.
We're winding down these last 5 seconds, and as we go to the halftime break, Vikings have managed to break the deadlock and found themselves a goal through Beck Lee in the short corner, and will go up 1-0 into half-time.
And before we leave you guys, just a shout out to the sponsors. ANU sponsored by ANU Sport, Physio Sport O'Connor and Bunyip Toys, and Tuggeranong sponsored by Scott D. McNiven and Associates, King Air Conditioning, Vikings Group and Athlete, and Hockey ST would like to thank Transformed, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor of the live streams, and thank you as well to wonqy for being out here all day today. We'll be back shortly.
Hockey ACT would like to thank the following companies for their continued support throughout the 2020 season: Duncan's Plumbing, Capital Chemist, Canberra Labour Club, Sports Link Travel, and O'Neill's.
For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway, Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au. Today's game proudly sponsored by Synergy Group, a professional services firm delivering dynamic solutions to government. Canberra born and bred, they exist to uncover what could be so that it can be. They imagine life-changing ideas and help our government make them a reality, and are creators and advisors behind some of Australia's most important projects.
Being a sports physio, I see lots of injuries. As you can imagine, I've seen plenty of ankle injuries, and I have used many different types of ankle braces, but to be honest, I've never seen one as superior as the XOL. It allows your ankle to move like it was designed to, but it kicks in the moment it goes to go too far, and in that way it protects the ankle joint. So whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone who enjoys getting out and about, the XOL will give you confidence as well as a sense of freedom to keep you doing what you do each and every day and to enjoy life. XOL.
Energy Space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy Space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development.
And we are back with the CL1 Women's Grand Final between ANU and Tuggeranong Vikings. The rain is still present. Started during last quarter. Vikings are going into this quarter with the lead 1-0, and it has been a pretty tight game, but that might be the one goal potentially.
Yeah, who knows? I think it's unfortunately it's been raining kind of through that halftime break a little bit, so the pitch is getting a little bit wetter. Hopefully we can hold out for another 30 minutes and have another 30 minutes of good hockey like we had in that first half. So I think it's almost a little bit of a reverse of that last quarter. Tuggeranong have come out kind of firing this quarter, creating some opportunities straight away through Ash Deacon out wide.
Yeah, they come out with that fire in their bellies. You can just see that spring in their step, which is hard on that wet turf to actually get that spring in your step. So the fact that they've come out with so much energy as we go into the circle, looking for a result in that first minute back into the game.
Oh, Helen Lake does a good job to try and find Ellen, and Shelley earns that free hit. She's so strong defensively, Shelley.
So see ANU just getting cool, calm and composed. A little overhead out to Shelley. Can't quite control that one. Puts her hand up to say, whoops, sorry guys. Next one.
So we've got Jess Cox over the ball for Vikings. Can never miss Jess. I think she's worn that headband since she was maybe 5, or not the same. Oh, I don't know if it's the same headband, but a headband since she was about 5.
She get a sponsorship.
She should.
Iconic, really.
It definitely is iconic. I'm just disappointed that her twin brother Tony didn't also wear one for social this year. Well, that would have been brilliant.
Poor effort, really. So Cartwright just looking to try and tap it back into M. Robson there, who now has the ball. Dispossessed.
Good tackle by Jamea there. Otherwise, I think M would have been away.
So slick, that tackle.
It was a nice tackle. It was a bit of an all or nothing, but I think Jamea knew exactly where M wanted to bring that ball and was there ready to take possession. You can see Smitty out there kind of G'ing up ANU, making sure that they keep that fire, keep that hunger. And Danny Cribb over the ball. Looking to shift it around. So Tamika, she's a very good outletter, Tamika. Quite calm under pressure and has got a very good passing range.
Interesting as well with the change in ends, this is just my little observation, is that Jess Smith has moved to the other side of the field. So she has been playing in that sort of right midfield, very aggressive attacking on that right side. So I wonder if the shift to the left is for a specific purpose or just part of the rotation, but she is quite often just playing on that right side of the field and dominating it. So I wonder if they have strategized and think that there might be an opportunity to exploit a weakness on the left side.
Yeah, or potentially even just to give her a little bit more space from Helen Legg. So we've spoken about H. She has had a pretty big impact all season for Tuggeranong, and maybe they think Smitty will be able to have a bit more of an impact if she can move away from Helen. And beautiful position there by Emma Baxter, able to receive in heaps of space and find Smitty in the circle. And
Jenna Cartwright lining up.
And M. Robson looking for that shot. So many shots. Let's go. Oh, Coxie.
Oh, we're going to see a stroke.
So that wasn't for Coxie. That was from the play before. So I'll make sure that I'll let everybody know that for Coxie's behalf.
But did you see that by Coxie?
I did. That was a brilliant save by Coxie. So
it's a definition of on
I know.
the
I got a
line.
little bit excited and clapped then, even though you guys can't hear or see that. That was quite exciting. Really brilliant build-up play by ANU there, and I think little shout-out probably goes to M. Robson for that ball in. That was absolutely perfect.
And you know what? That did free up Smitty in the circle. She was able to get away from Helen and get up there completely free. It was almost like a set play that they'd practiced at training, and who knows, maybe they have practiced that transfer and inject. But
yeah, no, it was very, very good build-up. So Shelley will be taking the stroke for ANU. She's played indoor for Australia, Shelley, and this is absolutely her bread and butter in her wheelhouse. So let's see if we've got a game. Oh, what a save. What a save.
Beautiful save.
Too exciting. This is far too exciting. I love finals.
So I'm very excited up here in the commentary box. Grand finals are so good. It's been a great day for finals. And Vikings trying to work it out of their defensive quarter.
Turned over by Shelley, but Sophie's not letting her have any easy possession here. And Shelley wins a free hit. And Tuggeranong players were not 5, so ANU winning that short corner.
And you could hear the players actually going 5, 5, like making sure that the umpire was fully aware that that was an infringement.
Yep. So I think that's such a tricky one when there's that congestion like that. Soph definitely got 5, but I think it was those kind of clump of players in and behind Sophie that weren't quite 5.
It is hard when you are in that sort of situation as a defensive player to go, where exactly was the ball taken from? Have I gotten 5? Do I need to get 5? Should I just stop it because it's better to have it outside the circle? So you see ANU coming in for their short corner.
So I think we'll see Shelley on the spot, and well read by Beck Lee. And that comes with a little bit of Canberra hockey. Everybody knows everyone so well, and Beck will know Shelley's very, very good on that spot deflection.
Seeing another Toma clear down the far end for Vikings. A little bit of breathing space, which is very timely for them. They've been under the pump the last minute or so. Umpire just indicating to take it further back, exactly where the ball went out. So coming around the back now for ANU. Finding Shelley again. Wasn't she just on the right? She's everywhere.
I feel like that's definitely, could say that's very much Shelley's game. She's very controlling in a good way in that middle of the field. She really sets play for her team. Is a very, very strong and smart player.
Excellent reach there from Soph Gagan to stop that transfer that Shelley was going for.
Good turn by Sarah out wide. Shelley looking to get into the circle. I think that touch was probably a little bit fortunate that Emma Baxter's now going to have a sideline hit. So there was a fair bit of Tuggeranong congestion there. I'm not sure that would have gone through. And Emma Baxter taking on Ellen Bay and Helen Legg, able to get into the circle. Emma Baxter's having a very good game today, I'd say.
Brilliant game.
Yeah, making a lot of positive impact for ANU. Everyone's having a good game on finals, to be fair.
Finals brings out the best.
It absolutely does.
See a few back and forths here.
Oh, good tackle by Ash, but just off her foot. She knew straight away as well. Not going to get away with that one.
So Izzy transferring the ball square, now finding themselves in the pocket, finding a way into the circle, but no ANU stick on the back of it.
Good touch by Sophie Gagan there.
Being nicely read by Soph.
And Ellen touching that ball forward, but unfortunately no Tuggeranong players up high, and I think that probably speaks to how many opportunities ANU have had, that Tuggeranong were kind of all 11 behind that ball trying to deny those opportunities. Kelby's got the ball in and around the circle looking for Shelley.
Kelby again in her 100th game for ANU. I'm sure she'd be out there hoping to put one in the back of the net. Ash Donnelly finding Shelley.
A little bit of a mistrap. Good pressure by Coxie.
And it really is just an arm wrestle between these two teams. No one's giving an inch. Coxie stepping up, assessing her options.
So looking around, a very good press by ANU, and I think we could see Coxie kind of having a look around. She couldn't really see any easy ANU options.
Ash Donnelly moving forward to meet that ball, and it's picked up by Smitty coming down the right side. So quick, so dynamic.
And good touch by H there.
Great pressure by Helen.
Yeah, she's got such a good reach, Helen.
Jenna Cartwright just hoping to get that back in, but there is an infringement outside the circle, which Smitty will step up to take. Good last names, Smith.
Is it?
What?
For those of you that don't know, Jamie's surname is Smith.
I could go out there, J. Smith.
You could, yeah. Ball into the circle, just past Maya. I thought Kelby was going to get a goal then.
There's a lot of Tuggeranong players around the ball and in front of those goals.
And that's a PC.
Don't think Vikings are too happy about that one. Don't think they thought it came off a foot, but it has been deemed to have come off the foot. And a bit of a shout out to our umpires, Christy and M, stepping up, taking on grand final responsibilities. It's always a tough gig, but both very capable umpires. At stop, layoff to the right, going for the shots.
M. Robson just onto the foot of Jamea there, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So ANU looking to bring it back to 1-1. Still a goal down to Vikings, who have been defending very strongly, not giving an inch and not allowing ANU to get back into the game. Out to the top again. Layoff to the left this time, so changing their point of attack.
And Shelley looking to fire in. Unlucky there for Emma Lomas. Some more, lots of shots on goal. Izzy with a tomahawk, and I think that is just a long corner. I wasn't sure if that came off Jamea's body or not.
Withstanding a fair number of attacks there, Vikings defenders. Shots are coming from every angle of the circle then. Setting it out to the left side, just a little pop through to the pocket. Under pressure immediately from those Vikings defenders, carrying at the 5 around the angle of the circle.
And Shelley looking to enter through the baseline. And Sarah does a really good job of not allowing that circle entry for Shelley there.
Some real composure from Vikings. Right then, they've been under the pump for 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been withholding a lot of pressure, that defensive group for Tuggeranong. And Kelby, it's in!
Kelby, a goal in her 100th game for ANU. What a touch!
What a goal! Really, really well read. Able to just acknowledge that that ball was maybe moving a little bit slow across the face of goal, and she backed herself. Oh, such a good goal. Congratulations, Kelby, 100th game.
You see her team all get around her then.
So exciting.
The significance of it, and we're back to 1-1.
Yes, we have a game, Jamie. So just over 5 minutes left in this quarter. Super, super exciting.
This is what finals hockey is all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? I can imagine at the 3-quarter break going into the last quarter, we still have 5 minutes left in this one. but there'll be a bit of a chat from the coaches about those 50-50 balls and ensuring that your stick's the first stick to it and you can't expect the ball to get to you, because at this standard of hockey you can't. There's always going to be someone moving.
Absolutely. Oh, well done by Jenna. Good desperation.
You can just see ANU's spirits have lifted as well. Their energy level has lifted to yet another level.
Yep, and still really composed. It's such a good setup. Good press there from ANU. Emma Lomas able to find Smitty. And Smitty gets it in the circle there. Was that off a foot or a stick? Good defence by Tuggeranong.
Couldn't quite see that one. So looking at the screen, I was looking at the game. Little outlet down to Ash Donnelly.
Ash able to just get it in off Smitty for a touch, and Lucy touches it out of Jamaia's reach. But Imogen Dorset in and behind and is able to clear that ball out wide.
Taking that 100% option round to the back where you know that there's no pressure on those passes. This gives them another angle of attack now for ANU. And umpire just deeming that the ANU player wasn't 5 metres away from the hit, so Shelley was trying to run onto that ball, but she hadn't actually gotten that whole 5 metres before that ball was popped forward for her, so that's why Tuggeranong Vikings have got that hit now.
And Jenna not letting Soph have clean possession there.
We've got some fans outside, Lil, giving us a wave.
Oh.
Vikings transferring Coxie now under the pump. Going to outlets.
Good pressure from Lucy. And they're able to find Laura in the midfield. And well read by Shelley. Kira's able to get that possession again and earns a free hit. Well played by Kira.
Yeah. They were looking just a little bit frazzled there for a moment, just trying to get that ball away from each other, and she just took the smart option to put on someone's foot, and that's a really mature decision, because in those moments you can just want to give the ball, and she took the moment to actually just make a really good decision and get a result. So well played by Kira.
Good ball into the circle from Sophie Gagan. Ellen wasn't quite able to get it, but a good lead from Ellen.
Fans in the stands are going nuts at the moment. They're super excited by this game. 1-1.
Em Robson, a beautiful pass to Lucy. Good tackle from Jamea, but ANU still earn a long corner there. That was very, very nice receive out wide from Em Robson, and able to find Lucy in a good space in the corner for ANU.
All about patience and finding the right player to give that ball to. Oh, strong tussle, both flat sticks there. Shelley recovers and picks that ball up. Foot race to get to the free ball. Smitty outletting back through Sarah Osborne. Yeah, we've already seen the CL1 men's division go to shootouts.
Yep.
I wonder if it's just the destiny for the CL1 games today, Lil.
Potentially. So for those of you watching at home, I'm sure you would have seen in that CL1 men's game, we do go straight to shootouts. There is no extra time anymore, straight to the one-on-ones, which is pretty exciting. It means you kind of have to leave everything in that regular time. There's no opportunities for catch-up. And I think ANU would be pretty confident. They've won before on shootouts, and we've said the strength of Peter in the goals.
Oh, Laura Gray, well read, got nice and low, saw that ball was going to be hit, and she was there ready to intercept. Beautiful. She's got a player free in Beck Lee, scorer for Vikings. And well done by Tamika Potter, just getting in amongst it and drawing the penalty. Didn't back away and made sure that she was going to earn that free hit for her team. Well done. So we've got less than 30 seconds left in the third quarter as both teams are 1-1. They'll be communicating to each other out there, telling them about the time on the clock, looking for that last opportunity in this quarter as we see ANU controlling it through Anne Robson. She's had a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see some of those skills she's been working with the Actus group, that one-handed running and receiving out wide. It's really good to see her putting that into use in her game.
And Beckley just controlling it there. She was looking like she was going to pass, but mainly just winding down that clock. So a very tight game between these two, Lil, and we'd like to thank Transformed and an award-winning education and training organisation for being a major sponsor of the live streams. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we'll see you very soon for the final quarter.
Energy space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development. For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway, Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au. Got a niggling injury that just won't go away? Why not see the team at Powerhouse Physio, located here at the National Hockey Centre? They will get you back better, stronger, faster.
And we are back for the final quarter of the CL1 women's game between Tuggeranong Vikings and ANU, where it is 1-1. It has been a very tight game, and both teams coming out firing in this last quarter, wanting to break that deadlock.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of shout-outs at the three-quarter time. Lindy Comerford decided to wake up and tune in for the second half of this game. Message from her is Go Vikings. So KC's played for a number of years with the Tuggeranong Vikings. And I think they won a premiership while she was around.
She's hoping for a repeat then.
Yeah, she definitely would be. So, and a reminder as well, we've got an All-Stars game. So at the conclusion of this Capital League season for both men and women, we're picking a couple of All-Star teams. And they'll be playing on Thursday, the 12th of November. So hockey is not over, which is just brilliant because I would be very sad if it was over for the year.
I know, I'm just excited that there's going to be the All-Star game, and you might actually hear our beautiful voices.
Imagine if we could, I know, that is,
What?
make sure you send in your brilliant feedback. Oh my gosh, Lil and Jamie are so great to listen to.
Start a poll, write to Hockey ACT.
So last quarter, we said it's still 1-1. I think ANU have started really strong and seem to be kind of controlling this last period, at least for these first 2 minutes. But that intensity is still there from Vikings. So Shelley's got that ball in the corner here. Looking for Baxter.
You know what? You're always seeing the Tuggeranong Vikings numbers in the circle. It never looks like ANU are going to have a clear passage in. They always look super strong, but there's always those Vikings numbers. And it is, that slightly different style of play from both teams, but that's definitely a strength for the Vikings, is their numbers in the circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing the ball find its way out to Smitty. Just nice control to send it back. And we're going to see a little back and forth 1-2s around the players. You can never underestimate the effectiveness of the old 1-2 around your defenders.
Yeah, that kind of cliche, like simple hockey is best. So Tuggeranong not able to connect with the player, ANU winning that free hit.
That ball kids this season has just been a little bit slower.
I know, I'm glad I only played 2 games as a defender. We are spoiled in Canberra.
Very spoiled. not the case in Brizzy. We're going to see a transfer out nice and wide through Izzy Cowell. Because they're going to find Shelley on the inside. And again, these nice tight passes being shown off by both teams and looking for each other, stick-to-stick movement. So I wonder if that was a little bit of a chat from both sides at the break.
Yeah, and I think both groups have very experienced, smart coaches. So each team will be getting, you know, some really good information in those breaks of kind of both how to improve on themselves, but also how to kind of play best against their opposition.
Energy there from Jamea coming flying out to really shut down that play. She saw that there might have been an opportunity for ANU, and that's the kind of energy that grand final hockey brings out, that desperation in players to, you know, put their body on the line. You don't have anything else to lose. There's no game next weekend. This is it, unless you are playing in that All-Stars game, in which case.
Yeah,
awesome.
One more game of the season, which I hopefully we'll see some of these faces from this grand final out in that All-Stars game.
I'm excited to see those lists when they come out, Lil.
Yeah, so those
really
lists will go out on Brophy, which is the Hockey ACT Awards night next Friday. We'll announce those teams.
So see the ball get transferred around to Ash Donnelly and slots it back in through the centre, and Izzy presenting to then bump it back out through the left side. So really nice control here from the ANU backs to find the right opportunity to try and go through, but a really nice intercept there from Helen Legg.
Yeah, and not quite able to connect with Sophie Gagan up front, but Pip Lendrum turns it over, but then Jess Smith's right in her face and turns it back over. Smitty not able to find Kelby, and Sarah just steps in front. Emma Lomas finds Shelley and shifts that point, so a little bit of space here now for ANU. And Beck pressuring Shelley, but Shelley able to work through that congestion of both Beck and Helen.
And we're going to see Beck go sit down for a little bit. A little bit of a loose stick in there trying to stop Shelley, and Shelley understandably throwing her arms up. And Beck gets sent to have a little sit down for that one.
Pip Lendrum, really, really nice ball through there. Good ball pace, but not quite able to. I think she's probably looking for Ash Deacon in the centre there. And so ANU do have one extra. Tuggeranong one man down. Doesn't mean anything in finals hockey though. M. Robson finds Baxter. Baxter back to M. Robson. Some very nice passing between those two girls.
Good breakdown there from Jess Cox. Sometimes all you need to do is just stop that flow of play.
Especially when someone as quick as M. Robson is looking like running at you. Give your team an opportunity to regroup.
Oh, very nice dispossession there of Jess Smith by Pip.
Yep. It's having a very good season this year, Pip.
We're going to see ANU take possession just over the halfway line. Again, it's just an arm wrestle between these two teams. What a great grand final.
Yeah, absolutely for sure. And I think this game, it's just gone so quickly. I can't believe we're in the fourth quarter already. It's been such an exciting game to watch. Jess Smith wins that free hit. Looks to find Jenna.
She's assessing her options. She had that one that was slightly back of square. Jenna Cartwright now taking the Vikings players on, decides to outlet. And they're going to come right round the back through Tamika Potter. So give themselves a nice amount of breathing space. We see Izzy present, send it back out. You know, Vikings just taking a moment. They do have a player off the field. They're not going to charge up and try and shut things down. They're going to let ANU play with it and wind down the clock a little bit until their player can get back on the field.
Good tackle there from Emma Baxter.
Alex Clark now.
And Beckley's back on the field, so Tuggeranong back to full strength. Just as Helen Legg tips that ball over the sideline. And we see Laura Gray going back on for Tuggeranong. So we mentioned Laura's a very, very good goal scorer, so I think she'll probably be looking to run this game out with only just over 7 minutes left to go.
Heading up to try and put pressure on Izzy. Izzy sends a nice flat ball out to our half. Ash going to do some nice bump play.
Well
you
done
see her
from Emma Baxter, yeah.
Continuing up that line, beautiful.
Yeah, Ash is a very good halfback. She's very disciplined with her positioning. Can definitely rely and know exactly where she's going to be as one of her teammates. Ash just misses that trap out wide, but I think that's still a Tuggeranong free hit.
Really good from ANU, Ash. I should say.
Yeah.
Going down that side of the field, really showing that your role's not over once you pass the ball. You need to continue to support, which is so important.
Yeah, and especially
At
if you
all
have
levels.
your halfback involved in your attacking phase of play, you have that extra number, that additional kind of field position that you can play out all the way to the sideline. So very smart play from Ash.
Seeing some possession through the midfield. Good defensive pressure. We're going to see a little bit of skills being used by Alex Clark.
Yeah, and then Jess Smith kind of coming in and around, and Kelby looking to find Annie up front, and she does. Annie back to Kelby, and a good receive from Kelby opens herself up and is able to shift it back to Alex. Alex has a number of options through Izzy and Sarah out wide. And Sarah finds Jenna. Jenna taking Helen on, waiting till Helen kind of throws her stick in and then makes her move.
All players out here today also demonstrating really well the power of having your head up and knowing where your other players are. So having that vision, assessing your best option, the more you can get your head up, the better you're going to be able to make the decision.
Yeah, absolutely, and that ability to even know where your players are before you receive the ball. So once you've got the ball, you're kind of running out of time then. So important to get as much information before you receive the ball. And good pressure on Emma Lomas then, but she's able to work it through, and Soph Gagan picks up those scraps. I think is that a little bit too high on Sarah? Yep. And again, I think ANU putting a heap of pressure on this Tuggeranong group.
Now we're winding down to the last 5 minutes of the game. So they really have to throw everything at it, both teams.
Good turn by Emma Baxter. I think she's having absolutely a phenomenal game today, Bax. She's so strong in the midfield today for ANU. Really good decision making and good passing.
Nice flat stick on that circle from Vikings there. Earning the hit, focused on the ball, stick to ball, beautiful. Just sends it down the line, unfortunately, but really beautiful tackling and really strong defence from Vikings. So again, both teams probably wishing that there were ball kids out here. And we're going to go round the back again for ANU through Emma Lomas. Crushes it out to the side for Sarah Osborne, who pops it down the line. Jess Cox just having some control, popping it on the foot of M. Robson. Looking for Soph Gagan, who's flying in. Jess Smith into
on
the
a
circle.
good bounce to Jenna. Good save. I was going to say, I think ANU might even want a PC for that. That was a little bit dangerous towards Baxter, but exciting phase of play there. Helen leg in space. I was going to say, ANU better make sure they don't let Helen run too far. She's got quite a strong tomahawk if you let her get in the circle.
What you probably wouldn't have seen from the vision just then is that all of the ANU players basically charged back, covering that centre of the field. So they were covering those really vulnerable areas of attack that Tuggeranong might have come through, which is always what you want from your players, cut off those angles to goal.
Ball just flew over the sideline.
ANU again with that transfer around the back. They've used it quite well today.
Yeah, they adjust and they position really, really well kind of through their back group and their defensive midfielders, making sure that they always have 100% option. To not only make life easier, but mean they can kind of shift that attack. So we can see here that ANU doing a really, really good job of making sure that Tuggeranong don't have any easy options.
Vikings have actually started putting some high strikers in now. So I think they're going to be looking for some of those long balls. They did have 2 high strikers right then, higher than normal. Looking for potentially that long ball through. So we're going to see bit of desperation from both teams in this last 2.5 minutes, and we're going to see Soph Gagan going to sit down, so that is a big blow for the Vikings. She's definitely a core player in that team, but all they need to do is really hold on for this last 2 minutes and they'll go to shootouts. See Shelley so strong down this right side, earning that free hit. All Vikings players behind the ball now. Vikings under pressure in their own circle, manage to outlet. Beautiful control down to that right side. Laura Gray now with the ball. If she can get down the other end, she can be really threatening in that circle, Lil.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think at the moment they're not able to get that ball down to Laura.
No, ANU have not allowed them any easy passage through. In that first quarter, we saw Vikings did have opportunities for some long balls down to the opposing circle, but ANU have certainly shut that down.
And I think and now with Sophie sitting out for this last couple of minutes, I think it's going to make Tuggeranong's job a whole lot harder. But Sarah is able to find Helen in the middle of the field, and Helen will take on those players, but Shelley's able to deny that entry. And Helen in for the...
Did she put it on her foot? No, it was...
I think that hit the back of Helen's stick.
She was in a great position.
She was in a brilliant position, as was Ash, for any kind of rebounds. I think that was a really good opportunity there from Tuggeranong.
We actually saw Jessie Cox nice and free on that left side. She was screaming from the ball from that right side.
She definitely wanted the ball. A good pass from Jenna to Izzy, and I think Izzy will be looking to find Jenna again. Just 40 seconds left in this game. Jenna's in the attacking circle for ANU and tries to find a foot or get that ball across, but is not able to do so. And Tuggeranong come up with the ball. So
great defense from Janaea.
Under 30 seconds left here. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we might be looking at round 2 shootouts.
Lil, don't you jinx anything.
Beckley looking to hit long. Ash Deacon, oh my gosh, this could be an opportunity here for Ash. Oh, and just over. She beats Peter, but that shot goes just over the goal. That was a brilliant decision from Ash. That is full time of regular play. We will be going to shootouts.
How exciting.
Super exciting.
The men's game went to...
very, very exciting.
So intense. What a great grand final. Stoked to be here watching it. I hope everyone at home is enjoying watching the coverage.
So we do have a 5-minute break until shootouts. So just before we leave you for a quick break, Hockey ACT would like to thank Transformed, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor of the live streams. Your support is greatly appreciated, as well as the team sponsors, ANU sponsored by ANU Sport, Physio Sport O'Connor, Bunyip Toys, and Tuggeranong sponsored by Scott D. McNiven and Associates, King Air Conditioning, Vikings Group and Athlete. And thank you as well to wonqy for being here and streaming our games all day today. We will be back with you shortly.
Hockey ACT would like to thank the following companies for their continued support throughout the 2020 season: Duncan's Plumbing, Capital Chemist, Canberra Labour Club, Sports Link Travel, and O'Neill's.
For a great game of social golf on a beautiful course, visit wonqy Country Club on the corner of Northbourne Avenue and the Barton Highway, Lyneham. If it's competition golf you're after, wonqy has a variety of membership options available to suit a variety of needs. For further information on social golf or memberships, contact the club on 6241 3377 or visit wonqy's website www.wonqy.com.au. Today's game proudly sponsored by Synergy Group, a professional services firm delivering dynamic solutions to government. Canberra born and bred, they exist to uncover what could be so that it can be. They imagine life-changing ideas and help our government make them a reality, and are creators and advisors behind some of Australia's most important projects.
Being a sports physio, I see lots of injuries. As you can imagine, I've seen plenty of ankle injuries, and I have used many different types of ankle braces, but to be honest, I've never seen one as superior as the XOL. It allows your ankle to move like it was designed to, but it kicks in the moment it goes to go too far, and in that way it protects the ankle joint. So whether you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just someone who enjoys getting out and about, the XOL will give you confidence as well as a sense of freedom to keep you doing what you do each and every day and to enjoy life. XOL.
Energy space is the future of training for electrical apprentices, harnessing technology to make skills development as effective and as efficient as possible. Energy space supports teachers in the classroom and apprentices on the job site to get the full picture on skill development.
And welcome back to this Capital League game between ANU and Tuggeranong. We have ended our regular time period and we are now into shootouts. So each shootout, 5 members from each team, so best of 5. If the scores are locked at 5, it will go to sudden death. So for ANU, we've got Tamika, Jenna, Izzy, Shelley and M. Robson. And for Tuggeranong, we've got Laura, Helen, Sarah, Jamea and Soph Gagan. So exciting times. ANU taking the first shot. So M. Robson up against Chloe.
This
keen.
is so exciting. That's how all grand finals should finish. They might not agree. But.
The winners surely will agree. So M. Robson has 8 seconds to put this one in against Chloe. Chloe makes that first save and is able to clear out of M's reach.
Very solid. You'd be stoked as a keeper to just get that one
It's
under
really
the belt.
a strong first start for Tuggeranong.
We see Soph Gagan step up for the Vikings. Spent the last couple of minutes of the game off the field. She'd be keen to put one in here.
So Peter Sutherland out, nice and aggressive. And Soph able to slot that one in past Peter. Well played by Soph, good composure. So the attacking player has 8 seconds to score. There's currently a 1-0 to Tuggeranong as Izzy Cowell lines up against Chloe.
Eight seconds can seem like a long time, but not very long. You see Izzy trying to find a way around and slots that one in.
Very good shot from Izzy.
We've got chance of ANU outside, Lil.
Yep.
Crowder into this.
Very excited spectators. So this is Sarah White up against Peter. Good save by Peter. Sarah not able to secure that rebound.
So she's gone and done something a little bit different to what most of the shootout players do. She's gone in and gone straight for that slap, hoping that the keeper's going to stay up and it's going to slide either side of them. But well done by Peter there. Seeing Shelley stepping up for ANU. So we're locked 1 apiece now in the shootouts.
And good finish from Shelley.
I think she basically copied what Izzy did.
Yeah, it's really hard for the keepers when you do change direction so quickly and are able to kind of get it in under their arm. That is a really tricky one to save. So Laura Gray up against Peter. Beautiful shot by Laura. Was that within the 8 seconds?
That within the 8? Yep, it's been deemed as being within the 8 seconds.
Beautiful finish from Laura Gray.
Use her full amount of time. You do have a full 8 seconds to use, so well done to Laura Gray there. 2 apiece for Vikings and ANU.
As Jenna Cartwright steps up. And Chloe's done a really good job in this start of this shootout. But not able to make a save from Jenna Cartwright. And we spoke about how good Jenna is at scoring goals. Give her an opportunity in the circle like that and she'll make the most of it.
Now for Jamea Ferguson for Vikings.
Peter makes that first save and that second save. And rebound is far too far for Jamea. I think it was that second save off Peter's helmet maybe.
Yep, just absolutely fearless. Goalkeepers are amazing and also insane. So ANU are 3 up to Vikings 2. So this could seal it for them.
So Tamika getting Chloe moving and able to slot it in right past Chloe.
And your winners of
that is it.
The CL1 Women's Grand Final between Vikings and ANU is ANU, and they go 3 years back to back.
Yes, congratulations ANU. And Tuggeranong, that was a brilliant game, and thank you for everyone for tuning in. We will be streaming that presentation, so please don't go anywhere. But Hockey ACT would like to thank Transformed, an award-winning education and training organisation, for being a major sponsor of the live streams. Your support is greatly appreciated. And the Canberra Labour Club, who are a proud community partner of the Women's Capital League 1 in the ACT. And shout out again to those team sponsors: ANU sponsored by ANU Sport, Physio Sport O'Connor, Bunyip Toys, and Tuggeranong sponsored by Scott D. McNiven and Associates, King Air Conditioning, Vikings Group and Athlete. Thank you for joining me this evening, Jamie. That was brilliant, and hopefully next year everyone will be able to watch UC in that big game.
Absolutely, but congratulations again to ANU and to all the people that are involved in making this amazing game of sport that is hockey happen, and we'll be back with the presentation soon.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final presentation today. Thank you very much for hanging around to watch what was a very, very close contest by two very, very competitive teams. My name is Craig Sloan, President of Hockey ACT, and I'm delighted to be here today. I'm joined by Tony Licchetti from the Canberra Labour Club. Big supporters of the Hockey ACT and the community partner for the Women's Capital League competition for this year. I'm also joined by John McKinnon, life member of the Hockey ACT. Sorry, and Joe, everyone knows Joe. Sorry, Joe, over here as well. Before we get into the awards and the trophies for today's match, I'd like to first of all award the Central Trophy for the Women's Club of 2020, and that goes to ANU. Can I also thank not only these two clubs, but all the clubs who have participated during this season. This has been a rather unusual season, and we really have, as a board and an executive team of hockey, really thank the clubs for their support and cooperation as we tried to get a competition going. I know it hasn't been ideal, but the way you've lent into it and really supported it is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. And can I also thank, while I am here, can I thank Rob and all the team from Hockey ACT for all the work they've done in getting this up and running. And these games are not possible without dedicated officials, and I'd like to ask the two umpires for today's match to please come forward and receive their medals. And also just a call out for all the games, they don't get medals, but the tech officials who sit here and manage the games all the time, thank you very much for everything you do for us. I'd now like to award the player of the match for this one, and it goes to Shelley Watson from ANU. The minor premiership is obviously a well sought after trophy as well, and I'd like to ask the captain for ANU to please come forward and accept the minor premiership cup. The cup. And yes, today was, like between these two clubs, extremely tight. They always are. I think we actually said at the beginning of the game up in the box, I bet this goes to a penalty shootout, and we weren't disappointed again. But congratulations to Tuggeranong, runners up this year. Great season, girls. Great game today. So, can the captain please come forward to hand out the medals?
I'd just like to start by saying thanks to ANU for a great game. Like Law said, I'm kind of bloody sick and tired of these shootouts, just want to win one. I think it's our 5th grand final in a shootout, so getting a bit sick of it. But anyways, thanks to Hockey ACT, huge thanks to the team. We've had a pretty hard season, had a few people come and go. I'd like to thank Maya Ferguson, wherever she is, for stepping up and coaching us this year. She did a really awesome job. And I'd like to thank Paul as well for coming in and helping us out. We're a bunch of misfits, so he's probably regretting a bit of it, but it's awesome having you here. And I'd like to thank all our supporters. I say it every year, there's not many of you, but we love the support. And I'll say it again, I'll never play for another club, so I'm proud to be a Viking. All right. So we'll go LG, Laura, Helen, Kayla, Coxie, Ash, Maya, Chloe, Sarah, Becky, Kira, Ellen, Amy, Pip, Jen, our awesome manager Danny, and Paul. Thanks guys, and me.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together for our runners-up, Tuggeranong Valley? Viking, sorry, Viking. Okay, and the winners of the 2020 Premiership this year, ANU. So please come forward. Yep, that's the big one, mate. I'll let you get the trophies there.
First of all, I want to say a huge big thank you to Rob and the team at Hockey ACT. I'm sure this putting together on this season was probably very difficult, and we're so grateful to be actually able to play. A lot of other sports weren't able to play, so thank you so much. For the team behind the live stream, that's just been absolutely phenomenal this year. Thank you so much. I know I've watched a few games back home, so yeah, really hope to see that continue into the future. To Christy, Em and all the umpires throughout the whole season, thank you so much. Tuggeranong, I know we're probably sick of shootouts, but I honestly just think it shows the quality between our two teams. Every year we win-lose against you guys in the round games and grand final. You're such a quality team. We love you guys on the field and off the field, so congratulations, and I'm sure you'll celebrate this season no matter what. To my team, to Wall, our coach, and Michelle, thank you so much again. I know I said it a couple of years, but these two travel from Lithgow twice a week, a 6-hour round trip to coach and manage us. So I think that just shows the commitment we have for our team. And to my ANU team and our ANU family up there, thank you so much. This is an amazing hockey club, and I'm so proud to play for this club. And yeah, 3 in a row, baby. Our first quick little celebration, our superstar goal scorer for the game, Kelby Poynton, played her 100th game for the club today. So, Kelby. You can get your medal as well. Jess, Jenna, Joey, Alex, Mika, Baxter, Emily, Lucy, Ash, Denny, Izzy, Annie, Sarah, Peter, Grace, Barney, our coach Wally, and our manager Mama Michelle.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2020 season. Thank you very much for your support, and we look forward to seeing you all next year. Thank you very much.